Welcome to LVT-SHOWBIZ, the place to get the fastest, highest quality, most interesting updates and new perspectives on Chinese entertainment. Thanks for watching LVT-SHOWBIZ. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting stories from the world of Chinese celebrities.
Imagine
Leave
a
your
world-class fashion event, the quiet elegance of the Shanghai Bund, and the elite of the industry gathered for an exclusive showcase. Suddenly, everything changes. In an unprecedented moment that has left the world breathless, Zhu Kai just transformed a high-end Gucci runway into the most romantic and deeply personal announcement in the history of Chinese entertainment. This isn't just news. It is a moment that stopped time for millions, and you are about to witness the story of a lifetime right here on LVT-SHOWBIZ. The atmosphere inside the Gucci flagship event space was nothing short of electric, with the air thick with anticipation and the hushed tones of fashion journalists and top-tier celebrities. 500 of the most influential figures in entertainment and media were seated in prime positions, ready to witness the latest collection from one of the world's most iconic luxury brands. Among them sat Zhu Kai and Songyun, both serving as distinguished brand ambassadors. To the outside observer, they were two separate guests, poised and professional, giving absolutely no hint of the life-altering decision that was about to unfold at approximately 8:47 in the evening. As the runway show moved through its routine, the crowd was focused on the artistry of the garments. Then, the rhythm of the evening was completely disrupted, not by a technical glitch or a fashion mishap, but by a raw, human display of love that would become etched in our collective memory forever. Zhu Kai stood up from his front row seat, his expression a mixture of profound nervousness and resolute emotion. He began to walk across the runway, moving away from the conventional path and directly toward Songyun. The room seemed to fall into a collective silence that was almost deafening. As he approached her, the cameras shifted, the crowd leaned in, and the world held its breath. When he lowered himself onto one knee, the gasps that echoed through the venue were audible even to those watching the footage thousands of miles away. It was a scene that defied every script, every protocol, and every expectation of what a celebrity appearance at such a prestigious event should look like. As he began to speak, his voice carried the weight of a man who could no longer contain the joy of a secret kept for too long. Witnesses close enough to hear him describe his words as an outpouring of heartfelt commitment. He spoke not just of love, but of a future already promised. The most striking realization for those in attendance was that this was not a spontaneous proposal in the traditional sense, but a public, courageous reveal of a bond that had been nurtured in private. He confessed to the room that they had already chosen to walk the path of life together, and this moment was simply his way of inviting the world to witness their truth. The transformation in Songyun's demeanor was profoundly moving. Initially, her reaction was one of pure, innocent confusion, her eyes searching for context in a setting where such vulnerability is rarely displayed. But, as the words sank in, her expression softened into a look of overwhelming surprise, followed by tears that streamed down her face. Those close-up, high-definition captures show her covering her mouth in disbelief, her eyes filled with a radiant, tearful smile that spoke volumes. It was the kind of expression that transcends language, a universal testament to genuine affection. The room erupted in a way that defied the reserved nature of such elite gatherings. The gasps of shock turned into ripples of applause, which quickly grew into a thunderous wave of excitement. Influential figures who have seen it all in their careers were visibly moved, some clutching their chests, others wiping away tears, and many rising to their feet to share in this unprecedented celebration. The boundary between the elite guests and the couples seemed to dissolve, leaving only a shared sense of joy. When Zhu Kai extended his hand and lifted her into an embrace, The energy was so tangible that it felt like an electric charge passing through the entire space. They held each other for nearly 20 seconds, seemingly oblivious to the hundreds of lenses capturing the scene. In that brief, sacred duration, the luxury show faded into the background, and the reality of their connection took center stage. It was a beautiful display of two people choosing to be authentic in a world that often demands perfection. Even the Gucci creative director later shared the sentiment, noting that the event became a celebration of love that the brand was honored to host. This was not a disruption of their planning, but an elevation of the event into something far more meaningful. Beyond the venue, the ripple effect was historic. Within hours, the digital world was in a state of absolute, unprecedented activity. Social media platforms experienced a surge in traffic so significant that they had to implement emergency measures to keep up with the global reaction. Millions upon millions of people were sharing the footage, dissecting the raw emotion of the encounter, and joining in the collective celebration of the couple's future. It was a moment of connection that spanned cultures and borders, proving that at the heart of our fascination with celebrities is a deep-seated appreciation for real, unscripted, human emotion. Analysts have spent days dissecting why this particular moment resonated so profoundly. Perhaps it is because, in an era of curated images and managed reputations, we are starving for something that feels truly real. When we see someone like Shanghai, known for his poise, allow himself to be vulnerable and emotional, it invites us all to be a little more open with our own feelings. The impact of this announcement has also opened up a beautiful dialogue about the nature of support in the entertainment industry. Many are now looking back at the subtle ways these two have supported one another in their respective projects, seeing those past interactions in a new, tender light. It serves as a reminder that behind the glitz and the glamour, these artists are individuals who find strength and inspiration in one another. This event has not only defined a new standard for public commitment, but has also brought a sense of unity to their massive global fan base. It is a story that will undoubtedly be revisited for years to come, a bright, shining example of love finding its way into the spotlight in the most unexpected and beautiful fashion. As we continue to follow their journey, we are reminded that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones that are lived, not written, and the most memorable moments are those that come from the heart. Thank you so much for joining us today for this special report on LVT-SHOWBIZ. We are truly touched by the warmth and support you bring to our community as we explore these stories together. If you enjoyed this heartfelt look at this unforgettable moment, please consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss a new update. Your engagement means the world to us, and we look forward to sharing more inspiring stories with you soon. Keep spreading kindness and stay tuned for more.